It was July 7, 2014. 44-year-old Tonya Gunn was enjoying a barbecue at her father's home. As the party wound down, Tonya stopped to talk to a male friend before getting into her van. That's when a vehicle pulled up next to them and began shooting into the crowd. A second vehicle follows the first and shoots more rounds. Tonya never had a chance. Here's her story.
She was fun, loving, caring.
She liked to go outside, ride bike.
Play instruments, the piano, trombone.
She played the guitar and she played the drums.
She loved sports, all sports.
Volleyball, softball, basketball.
She went into computerized business at Robert Morris College, and she moved on to the University of Chicago, where she was involved in customer service.
She always took care of me, always made sure that I had anything I wanted, everything I need.
She was more like a little sister to me.
She was funny. She was a jokester. She liked to have fun.
She was always the lively person, you know. Come on, y'all, let's go. Let's get up. Let's go. Let's go see what we can get into, you know.
We liked to travel, and we went on several cruises and trips to Florida and California.
We would go to Cincinnati every year, and last year was the first year we went without her.
The incident occurred on 7 July of 2014 at approximately 12:30, 12:33 in the morning.
She was grilling, and that was earlier in the day.
As soon as the warm day came about, she would pull out the grill.
She came by there to visit some family friends.
All the neighbors would come over, you know, all our friends. It's like they could smell the grill when it lights up.
She was grilling some skirt steaks or rancheras.
She had just got done eating her food because she had cooked grilled steak tacos.
There were numerous people in the lot socializing. They had folding chairs out. Their cars were parked in the lot. Then they had their folding chairs behind their vehicles. And they were socializing, drinking, or whatever.
We had been done. We were just sitting around talking.
There were several cars parked alongside just as this van was.
And everybody was about to go home, and so she had just got done eating, and then she went over by her car.
And she was talking to a male subject outside of the vehicle when, at that time, two vehicles were driving southbound on Troop towards that lot. One vehicle being a brown or champagne-colored Cadillac, and a black SUV, possibly an Expedition or a Toyota Sequoia, was traveling southbound at a slow pace.
So I went over there and told her to lock the door, and then I got in, and then they started shooting.
The subject, who was in the passenger side, shot multiple times into the crowd of people in the lot.
Cadillac sped off, the black SUV pulled up and started shooting multiple shots again in the direction of Tonya Gunn.
When I heard the shots, I first thought it was fireworks because it was right after the 4th.
My mom was sitting by her car, and a bullet went in her car.
Miss Gunn was struck one time, and she was struck in the upper left arm, and unfortunately the bullet traveled through her arm into her chest cavity.
By that time, my daughter was running in. She was hollering, "Mama, Mama, call the police. Somebody just shot Tonya."
She was transported to Roseland Hospital where they attempted to resuscitate her.
I was still hoping that everything was going to be all right, but bullet traveled and pierced her lungs.
And unfortunately, she expired from her injuries.
They told me she had expired.
On July 7th, 2014, at approximately 12:30 in the morning, we received 911 calls related to a shooting at 109 40 South Troop. When the first responders got to that location, they found a female laying on the ground in the lot, bleeding, and she was unresponsive. That person was later identified as Tonya Gunn. When I first arrived on the scene, I noticed that the vacant lot was marked off with yellow crime scene tape. We've recovered approximately 10 9mm shell casings on the street, a couple of bullet fragments that hit the house, the cars.
One bullet is right there and possibly another shot over here.
And where she had fallen to the ground, there was a puddle of blood along with her house and car keys.
I'm surprised that from the at least 10 shots that we counted, that no one else was hurt in this incident.
It was really hard. Nobody wanted to get up and do anything.
It's different, it's not the same. I can't even imagine to tell you how it has made an impact on us.
I can only surmise that the two vehicles were targeting one individual, and they were aiming at one individual as opposed to the crowd that was out there. And unfortunately, that individual most likely was the individual that was talking to Tonya Gunn at the time of the shooting.
Everybody's really just missing her. Nobody does the things that she did. We try, but it's never with the enthusiasm that she had.
We started canvassing the area to find out if there's any surveillance cameras, residential or commercial otherwise. There were cameras at the Mount Calvary Baptist Church on 111th Street. It did catch a glimpse of the two cars approaching and then turning westbound on 111th Street. One witness that saw the vehicle circling the block before the shooting, which would be the black SUV.
The black SUV, possibly a Ford Expedition or a Toyota Sequoia, had driven past in this direction going northbound, slowed down and stopped, and was looking at the subjects here in the lot that were barbecuing and such.
It's kind of different that I don't see her after school. She don't come pick me up, and I don't get to do anything with her.
For some reason, I still don't believe that she's not coming back. And that's really hard for me to cope with.
There's not a day that goes by that that somebody doesn't bring up her name and talk about how much we miss her.
She didn't deserve to die the way she did. She has a child that now, she won't get to see grow up.
For her to see her mom killed in front of her, I'm sure that she's going to be affected for years.
They really destroyed a family. I just wish it could all end.
We don't believe that anything that she did prompted anyone to shoot at her or shoot her. We think basically that she is an innocent bystander.
Nobody tells the right people, and that's the problem.
If anyone knows anything, please come out, let someone know that could make a difference about it.
I don't want anybody else to get hurt. And if that person's out there and he did that to her, they can do it to somebody else.
Please notify the police. I would like to just have some closure to this.
What we're trying to look for is the two vehicles that are involved, being a champagne or brown colored Cadillac and a black SUV, possibly an Expedition or a Toyota Sequoia. We're looking for that individual that was seen driving a black SUV prior to the shooting, being a male black, a light-complected, heavy-set, maybe in his mid-40s to early 50s. We're still working on the case, and if anyone in that area has any information about the incident or anyone that you think might have been involved in the shooting that caused Tonya Gunn's life, please contact Detective Parks or Detective Hops at Area South Headquarters, and our number is 312-747-8271.
And I just don't want anybody else to get hurt senselessly like that.